Okay, on Bellringer 88, it says use the figure below to complete parts A through D. And before we even start figuring out the answers to A through D, first of all, what shape is this figure? A cone. A cone, apparently one that likes to be a froggy. Cone, a cone. This is a cone, and when we draw it on flat paper, it looks like this. So up here, write cone. Before we even start answering our questions, we want to write down what we know, because otherwise we just have a blank cone. Then over here it says height and radius. Put your pencils down and look up here. When you have a cone, there are two different heights. That's weird, right? Because if I ask you how tall you are, you're going to give me one answer. If I ask you what is the height of anything, so thus far, you're just going to give me one answer. But with a cone and some other things, there are two heights. Do you see my popsicle stick? This popsicle stick is the height of the cone. Do you see this outside edge? So if I have this as a snow cone, the outside edge is what I hold on to, correct? That outside edge is called the slant height. Get it? That's the part that's slanted. So this is the slant height. This is the height of the cone. Do you see the difference? Cone height, slant height is the part that I'm tapping on. The part that I hold on to if it was a snow cone and or my favorite, ice cream cone. So on your picture, you're going to draw the height of the cone. So you're going to start from the top of the cone and go straight through the middle, just like my popsicle stick. To the center of the cone. Dewan, sit up. And you're going to label that as 10 inches or 10 units. Then here this says radius. Who knows what about radius? Who remembers? The radius goes from the center of the cone to the edge of the cone. So draw a line. Label it radius and 5 units. Are you okay with this so far? Part A. What is the shape of the base? Here's my base, right? What shape is the base of a cone? Circle. So write down, what is the shape of the base? Write down circle. Then it says on part B, what is the area of the base? Circle, area of the base. To find out how to find out what the area of the base is, I'm going to go to my handy dandy reference sheet. And it said, what is the area of the base? So here, going down, that says conversions, 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 shape, area. Do you see where it says area in the middle of your reference sheet? Now, what is the shape of the base? Circle. Is it a triangle?
No.
Rectangle?
No.
Parallelogram?
No.
Square?
No.
Circle?
Yes.
Put your finger on circle. Then slide it over to the formula, which is A equals pi r squared. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
So now on our handy dandy our worksheet, you're going to write down area equals pi r squared. So to find the area of the base, we're just gonna take the pi, multiply it by the radius squared. Since we're finding the area, we're just gonna leave the a. Who knows what we're gonna use for pi? What number? 3.14. Good job. R stands for radius. Were you given the radius? Yes. So you're going to write down the radius inside of parentheses. Otherwise, it's going to look like it's 3.145 units. And then you're going to square it. According to the order of operations, am I going to multiply first or do the exponent first? Exponent. So remember that exponent only goes with what is next to on the parentheses. So 2 goes with the 5 units. What is 5 units squared equal?
25.
25. Good job. Make sure you put unit times unit would be unit squared, and that will be in parentheses. And then just bring everything else down. Now what am I going to do with the 3.14 and the squared radius? Am I going to add them, subtract them, multiply, or divide them?
Multiply.
Multiply them, so put 3.14 times 25, which is, I believe, 78.5 units squared. Is that right? Is it 78.5? Check my math. Check my math. Olivia, what you get? Okay, thank you guys. Are we okay? We found the area of the base. Part C, it says, what is the shape of the figure? So we know the base is a circle. What is this whole thing called? Cone. So write down cone. Even though we already wrote it up top. And then I apologize for this. This changed the lines on me. It says, what is the volume of the figure? So what is the volume? So we're going to go to our handy dandy reference sheet. Here's area. Keep going down your reference sheet. And then there's where it says volume, correct? Are we trying to find the volume of a prism or cylinder?
No.
Nope, so keep going. Are we trying to find the volume of a cone or pyramid?
Yes.
Yes. So slide your finger over and write down the formula. Volume equals 1/3 capital B little h. I told you before we started the video I was going to be hollering. So you're going to write down volume equals 1/3 capital B little h. I have told you for some time now there is a difference between capital letters and lowercase letters. If you do not get that in your head, you are going to mess up this problem. Here, when we're looking at our reference sheet, capital B, do you see where it says capital B right here? Capital B is the area of the base. Circle that. And little h is the height. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be down here. And little h is the height of the cone or pyramid. Circle h is the height of the cone and pyramid. So now we're gonna go back to our worksheet, and we're gonna fill in what we know. We don't know the volume, because that's what we're looking for. 1/3 is always going to be 1/3. Capital B stands for what?
Area.
It's area of what?
The base.
Oh, and didn't we find the area of the base in part B?
Yes.
So you're gonna write your answer for part B, 78.5 units squared. So you're writing your answer from part B into your formula to find the volume. And then little h is the height of the cone. So what is the height of this cone?
10 units.
10 units. Do you see where I got that 78.5? Okay, now what am I gonna do with my three numbers? Multiply them, do that please. And you should get 26.1. Do that in your calculator, my brain's a little bit fuzzy this morning. Okay. 261 point repeating 6. And as I've told you before, in your calculator is dumb because isn't it end with a 7? Because that calculator doesn't have a brain like you guys do, so it always rounds up the last number. So this would just be 261 point repeating 6. And then units squared times units would be units cubed. Can I stop the video?